Unavailable.
Hi everybody, it's Sam. Today is February 25th, 2019, and I wanted to do a vlog because I haven't done one in a few days. Today was kind of a hard day. My Braillenote, which I sent a week ago to, finally was able to send to my parents. They got it and they had it for a little over a week. I thought that they could just replace the battery, on it locally, because people were saying that could happen and it would be a lot cheaper and everything else like that, and I could get it back sooner. And my dad was having trouble disconnecting the battery, and I was actually going to have a friend talk to him who is actually totally blind and is brave enough to open it up and pull out things. So I'm kind of laughing that so many sighted people are like, we can't do it, and they can't even, they can see. It just makes me laugh. But anyways, all of a sudden this morning my dad's like, well, I called this company, because the Braillenote Humanware doesn't work on them anymore. They don't have the parts or whatever. So he's like, I found this company that can repair, M-Power Braillenotes, and they're going to do a check, and they're going to replace the battery and all this stuff and everything else. And I'm like, wait a minute. And he wouldn't tell me the name of the company, because he said if he did, I'd call him. And it's like, well, of course I'd call him. Like, if the company, when I called Humanware, if they knew about some other company, you would think they would tell me. And if I wanted to send it to a company, I would have looked for another company. Like, I wanted to have the simple solution of doing it that way. Just doing it from home quickly and whatever. So he told me all this, and I was like half asleep. And then I was thinking about it after I got off the phone, because at first I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But then I'm like, you know what? This is ridiculous. Like, why did you do this? So... And I didn't want to call him. I didn't want to, stress him out. I said, please just make sure that all they do is the battery and they don't look at anything else, because, the Braille display has some dots on it that are kind of weak, but they still work, and if someone were to try to repair a Braille display, it would be thousands of dollars. So I didn't know what this company did or anything. So I asked some friends, and the same friend that was going to look at it, or could have done it herself, said it's this one company and they repair just the batteries, and they don't do anything else, and it won't hurt your Braillenote. And she put a little smile face, and I was like, oh, thank you. So I feel a little better about it, and I told my mom to call the place too, just to make sure everything's up to par with them, because I know anyone could say we work on a Braillenote, and that's why I was like, what are you doing? So that stressed me out, and I'm still stressed out that my files won't be there, even though people keep saying, if smoke didn't come out of it, it didn't fry the thing, everything else.
17 minutes.
So I was stressed out about that. Then Jessie went shopping, and I told her to stick to $20 for snacks, because my mom's sending a box of snacks and things like that, and she unfortunately got $30 worth of stuff, and that made me upset. And then she forgot to get toilet paper, which is what we needed to get. Yes, we buy toilet paper because the stuff here is so bad that it's not even funny. It's so gross, and it's just so thin and disgusting. So yeah, I was upset. I was stressed out about that. And then our elevator is hanging in there, but we're not sure when they're going to do the whole, redoing it all. And I guess they have to do something with the floor and everything else. So they're waiting to get everything together. But then once they do, it's going to be 2 months with no elevator and just stairs. And that kills me, because I keep thinking, they should have told us that the elevator was broken, or else we wouldn't have moved here, So I don't know how we're going to survive 2 months doing stairs, and we're probably not going to have a cat, and it's going to be complete hell. So I'm kind of do I look at another facility? I don't know. It's like, well, you just got yourself established here at Clayton. I'm like, well, I guess it's been over a year. And I said, the counselors don't really talk to you very much at all. So, yeah, I don't know. And I feel kind of in limbo with therapy. Like, I wish that we could have, Emma and I could have done, that we could have done that treatment plan thing while I was sitting there instead of all the stupid questions about, like, when did you crawl, when did you walk, when did you go potty, and drinking quiz and whatever. So, but we're going to do that tomorrow, and then hopefully sooner rather than later, I get a phone call, email or phone call from them saying, we have a therapist for you. So I can't wait for that day. So then I went downstairs, and I was talking to my mom anyway before dinner, and I was like, I'm going to get a PRN. I'm going to get an Ativan. Because I'm just really hyped up. Like, I had disturbed nap. Like, in the morning my dad called, and in the afternoon I finally fell asleep. And and then Jesse came home from the store, and I was startled, and that whole thing, and then everything. So I was going to take it, and the director of nursing was in there, and I thought that would work in my favor because he wouldn't demand that I see a social worker. But he's like, well, you're taking your Buspar right now, and that should help with your anxiety, and we don't want to give you the same type of med together. And I'm like, what? Like, obviously the Buspar is, like, way different than Ativan. Like, they're two different classes of drug. And I just don't understand. So, like, legit, if I had come down, like, what, a half hour later, and I had the Buspar in me, and then I could have had the Ativan, it's so confusing. And it's so stupid because the Buspar is, like, my, longer acting med that, I get in my system all the time. And then the Ativan is, like, if I really am agitated and anxious. And then that gives me a little boost of calmness, if I need it. But they make such a big issue about PRNs around here. It's like, why bother asking? Because they're not going to give it, or they're going to act like, no, we can't. Oh, do you really need it? Oh, whatever. It's like, if I didn't really need it, I wouldn't be prescribed. And he keeps saying, well, we're going to give you the meds that you're prescribed. And it's like, I am prescribed Ativan, PRN. Oh, well, this is for what's scheduled. My Ativan was scheduled at nighttime. I still think I got better sleep on that than the melatonin, but whatever. Yeah, so, I wasn't happy with him, but at least he cares enough to talk to me at some point. I mean, he listens and he does care. And the other ones, I don't see them showing very much caring in terms of anything. So, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. So I'll talk to you later.
Inbox and no songs of message unread from therapy bits. Subject new.
Oh.
My movie. Web stop.